If you don't like writing cover letters, welcome, this video is for you. I'm not going to tell you that you don't need to write a cover letter, no, but I'm going to tell you how to write a cover letter that gets read, that gives you results so that you will have to write less cover letters. Let's go. Now, a lot of jobs would require you to submit only your resume, but a great number of jobs still require a cover letter. And I know there are a lot of online work coaches that say you don't need a cover letter, or what is the point of having a cover letter if your resume already tells the whole story. But I want you to think about it this way. If you are posting a job, right, and you have 100 people applying for that job, and all of them have the same skill, or all of them are capable of performing the job based on their skills, what is going to be the element that makes you pick one over the other? How are you going to differentiate? How are you going to know this person will be a better fit for my company, and for you to know who to interview, who to invite for an interview? What elements are you going to pick if all of them have similar experiences that will make them automatically a good fit for the company? This is where your cover letter becomes your secret asset. And this is why when I coach clients on how to find remote work opportunities, I don't play about cover letters. I'm like, even if a job doesn't necessarily require a cover letter, if there is a field where you can put additional information, submit a cover letter, because this could just be the element that helps distinguish you from somebody else and makes you get the interview. Remember, your job application process is a two-phase process. The first phase is to get to the interview, and the second phase is what happens after the interview. And so your application, which is made of your cover letter and your resume, are what are supposed to get you to the interview. So in the first round, your competition is to your objective, your goal is to get to the interview, and that is where your cover letter comes in. Now, how do you craft a cover letter that is compelling and that makes you seem like the right candidate? This is something that I teach to my coaching clients, and we do that all the time. And if you want to get more details about that, you already know where the links are. But if you're new in this video, I'm putting the links to my remote work fast track accelerator in the description, in the first comment of this video, because I can't yet put clickable links in the description. And I'm also putting the link to my remote work guide, which dives deeper into the cover letters and resumes. But I think if you really want to get like that hands-on experience on your work, job search, and so forth, the accelerator will probably be the best fit for you starting November, and we're going to be working together for 6 weeks. Now, but I'm still going to give you some gems here. How do you craft a cover letter that makes you stand out? The thing is that the cover letter needs to work in symbiosis with your resume, right? The cover letter is kind of like a narrative form of what your resume says, but even more so, select the experience within your resume. In previous videos, I talked about the resume and why it's important, but the cover letter is a completely different asset. In a cover letter, you get to be more personal. In a cover letter, you get to share the reasons why you want to work at a certain company. You get to show the clients precisely that because they are looking for XYZ skills, you were able to get those skills from these experiences that you have, and as a result, you are a right fit for the company. You get to sell yourself more or advocate for yourself more than what you do in your resume, and that is why cover letters are so important. The cover letter also gives a client the opportunity to get to know you better even before the interview. They can better understand who you are as a person, or they can get a better vibe of who you are as a person from the way you express yourself, from the way you put your sentences together. Trust me, it makes a difference. From the way you sell your unique skills, and from the way you show that how you can fit within the company. So that's why the cover letter is such a huge differentiator and such a key element to make you stand out compared to other applicants. Now, a great cover letter that gets noticed includes, personal experiences that tie back to the job. When I talk about personal experiences, I don't necessarily mean like, the day when you got your heart broken. I don't mean those kind of things, but I mean personal experiences in your work experiences that tie back into what the job is looking for. For example, if they say that they are looking for somebody who is a problem solver, right? Instead of saying that I'm a problem solver, right? In your resume, you probably showed ways in which you solve problems. But in your cover letter, you actually get to present a situation about a problem that arose and how you solved it at a job where you were or where you currently are, and therefore you are putting the the recruiter into those shoes for them to understand and to see the things from your perspective and to see how you will indeed solve problems. And as humans, we are natural storytellers, not natural storytellers. We love stories and we love being transported into a different world. And so when you tell stories through your cover letters in a very structured way, in a way that amplifies your skills, in a way that presents you as a great candidate, while also showing why you'll be a great fit, you are able to make yourself memorable within the eyes of the person who is going to be hiring you. I'm telling you, at a human level, yes, this is literally how it works. I have hired people, I have been in situations where I have been on recruiting panels, I've hired people, and really the key thing that made one stand out compared to the other was the cover letter, right? How do you present your skills? Are you just copying and pasting your resume, or are you actually telling us who you are, sharing with us why you want to work with this company, sharing with us what are your motivators and how this job fits into the larger picture of who you are and the things that you want to accomplish in your life, right? These are all the things that you can do within the cover letter. These are the ways you can sell yourself as a candidate. These are the ways in which you can advocate for yourself and you can make a company want to interview you. So these are key elements. I know I said in a kind of like a narrative way. I didn't say like number one, go to number three, but again, I wanted you to kind of like get transported and understand the idea behind the cover letter. The other thing is that a cover letter is a lot of companies will interview multiple candidates for just one position, and at the end of the day, it's hard to kind of like remember everyone, and it's always important to find a way to get to stand out, and that's why the cover letter is important, because if you have a very good cover letter, a structure with strategy and tips that work, you're going to be remembered and you're going to be invited for an interview, right? But if your cover letter is just a copy and paste of maybe what ChatGPT told you to put or what your resume says, then you are going to be forgotten. We're going to be able to see through it and it's going to come across as bland, and the employer is going to see that. So then how do you craft a very good cover letter? And I'm telling you, it's not magic, it's not magic, it's not a mystery, but it's something that you will just learn to do over, and you will just get better at as the more you do it, the better you get at it. But one thing that can help is would be like good templates to start with, right? And that is one thing that I provide to my coaching clients. Yes, guys, sorry, I always have to say to let you know that, listen, really working with me really is going to set you apart. Like, it's going to put you on top of your competition. Like, by the time we are done working together for 6 weeks, you're going to be a different person. Your application materials are going to be totally different, and you're going to feel like, yes, I can get any job I want. Okay, I have receipts of people who are able to land jobs, after working with me. So I really think that the remote work accelerator will be a good fit for you if you are ready to take action, if you're tired of not having results, if you're tired of trying to do it alone, if you are afraid of falling prey to scams, and if you just want somebody who actually has experience, actually has results and receipts to guide you through this journey. I'm going to put the link to this accelerator in the first comment of this video, and check it out. If you have any questions, let me know. At one of the weeks of the accelerator, because it's 6 weeks, we're going to be diving deeper into cover letters and resumes, and with the templates, you're going to know how to edit them, and you're going to absolutely have amazing cover letters and resumes. Like, if I do say so myself, and I do say so myself. So yeah, that's it for today. If you have any questions, let me know. I hope you are enjoying this series of daily videos. Let's do this until the end of the year. I know for sure I'm committed. Even if I have to do a video in flight for you, I will do it because I'm committed. Pray for me. But see you in the next video. And if you have any questions, let me know.